So Festival of Legends launches in just like 3 days. It's super soon. April 11th. It's going to be awesome. And I was going through cards this weekend trying to figure out which ones I wanted, even though I haven't opened up all of my packs yet from the pre-release Fireside Gathering. I wanted to see which cards I absolutely had to have, and then as I'm putting together the list, I'm like, hey, you know what? Maybe it's a good idea if I make a video and just put on here the cards that I'm planning on making sure that I'm testing out, using, or absolutely making sure that I'm crafting day one or week one. This is my opinion. It doesn't mean I'm an expert at this. It doesn't mean these are going to be great. Some of these are going to be busted. I know there's other content creators and individuals out there, streamers and you know, people that are on YouTube, that they have other ideas and other plans, and we'd be like, oh, this is garbage. I don't want to use this one. So this is just my opinion, but hey, why not make a video? This is the ones that I like. Okay, so let's go through them. Number 1, Climactic Necrotic Explosion. It's 10 mana. It's for Rainbow DK, Lifesteal, deal 5 damage, summon 2 1/1 souls, and then it's improved by the corpses that you've spent throughout the game. So I like this because you could use it in all 3 rune decks, all 3 types. It's perfect. And it's lifesteal, so, you know, Death Knight has so much that they can work with, and they have so many tools at their disposal. I love the idea of putting this in here and see how it works, and the animation is just amazing. So this one, I'm definitely going to make sure I have quite soon. Next one, Bounce Around, featuring Garona. I'm going to go back to talking about Vicious Syndicate. They have a lot of good details. They just released a report on all of the cards. They rated each one of them based on classes, and they were saying a lot of these cards are not that great, but this one I'm just super interested in. For 3 mana, you return all friendly minions to your hand, and they cost 1 this turn. I think there's potential here. It might not be that you can use this all the time, but with most of the rogue cards being super, super low mana, I think the highest one is like 6 mana. This has some utility, at least 1 or 2 pieces I'm thinking that this might work for, and I'm interested in trying it out. Okay, so this one here might have the most red flags of the entire list. This one's Paparazzi, 3 mana, 3/4 neutral. The battle cry, its card text is battle cry. Discover a legendary minion. The reason I like this is I've won many a game with a random legendary. We know that random works well for rogue. It works well for discover spells on mage. It works very well when you're dealing with countess. So I like this as well as being a 3 mana 3/4 on board, and let's just see if it works. I'm very interested to see if this works. The great thing is too, it's a common card, so it's only going to cost you a couple of dust if you absolutely need to get it. Try it out. I think we'll all be pleasantly surprised. Next one, Mage, 2 mana, Cosmic Keyboard. After you cast a spell, summon an elemental with stats equal to its cost, lose 1 durability. I think this one's going to be absolutely busted, and because it's a rare, you can put 2 in the deck, and you don't have a lot of minions in some of these big spell mages, and you don't see a lot of minions that are in those decks across the board in Mage, and this is just it's free elementals that you put on board based on the cost of the spell that you're running at that time. And big spell mage, what do? They run big spells, so being able to put something out that could give you an elemental that has a 7/7, a 6/6, a 10/10, it's just a cool card that I'm interested in trying. So, Kangor, Dancing King. I love this one. I love Paladin. Lifesteal, Death Rattle. Swap this with a minion from your hand and give it Lifesteal. I opened up some of my packs this weekend during the Fireside pre-release, and I got this one. This was my first legendary that I got out of those packs, and it was golden. So I'm super stoked about this one. I think it's going to be very good. Besides being Lifesteal, its Death Rattle is amazing. This is just going to go ahead when it dies. It's just going to go to your hand and swap it with another card. You can put some big minions in there or have some big synergies or whatnot in your hand, and then just wait for the magic to happen. I'm very interested in playing this card, and I'm super stoked that I got it day 1 golden legendary. It's perfect. Next one, Fellstring Harp. 2 mana, 0/3 weapon. Whenever your hero would take damage on your turn, restore 2 health instead and lose 1 durability. I like this one with how the class identity works for Warlock, to where you're always doing damage to yourself to benefit the board. And this one right here, you can use it for multiple reasons. If you're running low or you need that extra, this is 6 mana right here. Or if you think you're going to take a lot of damage from a big minion, this is perfect. Instead of it taking the 7 hits of damage or the 10 hits of damage or whatever it is, you're getting 2 health. It's amazing. I'm very interested to see how this works. Okay, next up is Symphony of Sins, Warlock spell. 6 mana, discover and play a movement. Shuffle the other 6 in your deck. Every single one of these cards is just amazing. I'm gonna definitely craft this day 1 regardless of how good or bad it is. I just can't see any card here that I wouldn't want to use immediately. This one right here, Taunt and Reborn, 3 mana for this. If you need it, you got it. Give a random minion in your hand, deck, and battlefield, +6/+6. Cool thing is when you're putting this out, you're at above 6 mana, so you're going to be able to play these as soon as they start coming into your deck, into your hand, excuse me. And I'm interested in seeing how the movement works with some of the other synergies of the other cards that are released in this new expansion. Super excited for this card. Next up, 10 mana Stranglethorn Heart, Hunter legendary spell with tradable. Resurrect all friendly beasts that cost 5 or more. Very interested in seeing how this actually plays and how this interacts. But the animation for this is just nuts. It's amazing. It's the best thing I've ever seen. This has potential with big beasts. It has potential with every deck that I've seen being played in the theory crafts, and I'd love to be able to build a deck with beasts and with the hunter class that I could play this all the time. I'm super excited to see this. I keep on saying super excited. It's almost like I'm pretty excited or super excited for the new expansion to come out. Next one, Halveria Darkraven, and as Cora has mentioned, they've been calling it, whether it's internally at Team 5, Helvetica. I'm never going to look at this again without saying Helvetica Darkraven. It's 4 mana, 4/3 with Rush. After a friendly Rush minion attacks, give your minions +1 attack. This is really cool. It's not just her attacking and giving everybody +1 attack. It's everybody attacks. After a friendly Rush minion attacks, give your minions +1 attack. There's a lot of cards in here that are Rush, so I think this one's going to have a lot of potential, and I'm interested in see how much potential it has. But if there's any good Demon Hunter decks, I'm definitely crafting this right away. Last but not least, Zog Fogsnout. So 7 mana, 6/6 Quillbore. Battle Cry is summon 2 1/1 Quillbore with Taunt. Improved by your hero attack and armor gain this turn. If I'm not mistaken, when I was watching the theory crafts, this is where the 936 taunts came on board, and it's not one of them, it's 2 of them. This is going to create very big, beefy minions that are going to be difficult to kill unless you have some sort of AoE or board clear, what have you. This one has a lot of potential. Now, when I was looking at the responses from those that actually got to play the cards during the theory craft, a lot of them were saying like, no, I don't think Warrior's the issue this month. I mean, this card set. I think that the issue is going to be Druid, and it's interesting to see what's going to happen. But this one I'm really excited for. The art is amazing. Even the signature card art is amazing, and I can't wait to see this card in play. That's it for my Festival of Legends cards I want to craft. I don't even know what to call this. Cards I want to craft day 1, and I'm hoping you guys like this video. If you do, please go ahead and throw it a like. Make sure you're subscribing. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. Are any of these just off the wall nuts and I'm crazy for spending the 1600 dust or so to craft these, or do you agree that some of these are going to be either fun to play or going to be busted from day one? Very interested to see your thoughts. Thanks. Talk to you soon.